Top story tonight. I spoke with Donald Trump earlier today when he held a rally in Mesa, Arizona. So last night, I want you to think back to when Bush was calling you a chaotic guy, and you struck back in your own inimitable way and said he was a loser and you were trouncing him in the polls. Do you feel bad when you're doing that?
Look, he's doing very badly. He's got a very, very low number. I mean, I don't even know if he can continue forward. He spent like $50 million. I've spent nothing. And, I mean, even behind me, I have 15,000 people that showed up on a very short notice. I mean, there's something going on. But Bush is look, he's a person who has just not been able to carry it forward. People, if he has a rally, have 20 people show up for his rallies. So it's not working. And what he did, I mean, I don't blame him. Bill, I don't blame him. He's got to do something because obviously if he's got 2 in the poll or 3 in the poll, he's got to be doing something.
Okay, but do you feel badly when you're saying, look, you're a loser, you're going down the stage and you'll probably be off the stage next time? People want to know how you feel when you say stuff like that.
I don't like doing it. I don't like saying bad things about Jeb Bush. I feel a little bit sorry for him, to be honest with you. And I don't like saying bad things about him. But you have to understand, he struck first. I mean, it was all stage stuff. Some guy wrote it for him, and he, came out, and right from day one, right from minute one, he came out and he attacked.
But they all feel that way.
Back. I don't. No, they don't. Actually, he was really the only one of any consequence that went after me. A couple of little shots, but his whole thing was about going after me, and they wrote it out just like his pollster said. He repeated whatever his pollster told him to do, and I thought it was inappropriate.
I was surprised they didn't come after you with the Muslim stuff more. Some of the candidates made passing references.
It was barely mentioned.
Right.
Yeah, it was barely mentioned.
Were you surprised? Because if I were debating you, I would have hit you right between the eyes with, hey, look, the federal courts would never allow you to bar Muslims coming into this country. It's not going to happen. So why are you saying it? That's what I would have said. Would you have? Were you surprised that the others didn't come after you on it?
Well, I guess I'm glad I'm not running against you then. The fact is, I think the federal courts, we could do it, and I think we probably would be able. We're not talking about our citizens. We're talking about people coming from outside, some of whom are not looking at us in a very positive manner. And frankly, I think the federal courts would be open to that. And I have some very great legal scholars telling me that's true. Right. So let's see what happens. But nevertheless, Bill, it's a subject that should be discussed, and it has been discussed. And now people are saying, you know what? And I'm talking about Muslims are calling me that are friends of mine. I have a lot of friends that are Muslims, and they're saying, really, this is a subject that should be discussed.
Okay, look, and I've said that all along in defense of you, that you raise questions and you raise issues that we should talk about. However, you know Charles Krauthammer, right? You know Charles. I
have no respect for him whatsoever. I have no respect for him. I think he's a very biased.
You should watch the debate I had with him about you last night. Okay.
And I appreciate my defense. I have no respect
I was defending your campaign, not your policies.
He is a totally biased, terrible guy.
He doesn't think you have the policy chops. And other people feel the same way. You don't have the policy chops. So when you say...
I think I do. I think I know more about policy than just about anybody.
And millions of people are coming to you, and you're winning. So, and that's what I told them. I told them that your campaign is brilliant, and the results are right there. But they don't think you have the policy chops. Now, are you going to tell me tonight on this program that you don't say stuff just to get to the emotion of the voter? I know you do.
I'll tell you that right now I don't. I'm doing the right thing. I bring up subjects that are important. I bring up illegal immigration. I got hit so hard with that. And if I didn't bring it up, you wouldn't even be talking about illegal immigration.
I would.
You wouldn't even be talking about it.
So you're telling me you don't do this to whip up the base and whip up your crowd?
I don't. But I do what's right. I do what's right. We're going to make America great again. I say what's right. I say what's on my mind. And that's what's happening. And that's why I have 42 and guys like Bush have 2.
But that's based on emotion. Surely you know that it's based on emotion.
I say what's right.
Okay. Now, when you say you're going to take out, we discussed this last week, you're going to take out the families of the terrorists. Now, I didn't take that literally, like Donald Trump's going to get elected and put out hits on women and children. I didn't take it literally, but some people did, and you must know that.
I am looking at families where they know exactly what the husband's going to do when they want to fly planes into the World Trade Center, when they want to blow up planes, when they want to blow up all sorts of shopping areas and other things and cause problems. The families know what's going on, Bill. Believe me, the families
but you're not going to assassinate them. You might arrest them. You're not going to assassinate them, are you?
I don't know what I do. I don't know what I do, but I'll tell you what. They care more about their families, Bill. They care more about their families than they care about themselves.
So you're going to assassinate them?
When a wife knows exactly what the husband's going to do, and the husband goes up and he knocks out 200 people with a bomb,
arrest her.
or he does the kind, I would do pretty severe stuff as far as I'm concerned.
Right. Now, you didn't know what the nuclear triad was. I didn't know. I didn't know what the nuclear triad was. Remember when they threw that at you?
Question. I view that as a gotcha question, you know, typical stuff with these people. Frankly, nuclear, I know a lot about nuclear, and I say this. We need a very strong, smart leader because we have nuclear all over the place, and so does our enemy. And we have many enemies, and every week, week by week, they're getting closer and closer to getting nuclear capability. We better make sure that stops because once that happens, all bets are off, Bill.
We will have more with Mr. Trump talking about his thin skin in a moment. Lead story, my interview earlier today with Donald Trump from Mesa, Arizona. Last night, he got a little testy with CNN.
I think it's very sad that CNN leads Jeb Bush, Governor Bush, down a road by starting off virtually all of the questions, Mr. Trump this, I think it's very sad. But I thought it was very unfair that virtually the entire early portion of the debate was Trump this, Trump that, in order to get ratings.
So, were you mad at them? Were you mad at the CNN people when they did that?
I thought the debate was good. I had a lot of fun doing it. I came in number one by almost everybody, even your friend Krauthammer, who is totally biased, but even him, I think he thought I did well. But I will tell you this. I thought it was really unfair what CNN was doing. Every question is like, well, Donald Trump said this. How do you respond to him? And if you look at that first debate, this poor Lindsey Graham, he's got 0 in the poll, 0. But you look at the first debate, and every question asked, and I thought Senator Santorum did a really good job, and I thought Governor Huckabee did a really good job. That's primarily because they like me. I mean, it's one of those things. But they did. They did a good job, the two of them. But it was very unfair, I thought, where so many questions were about Donald Trump, and let's go after now Donald Trump. So I made my feelings known.
Do you think CNN dislikes you, the news organization itself?
Well, honestly, I think I get better press from CNN than I do Fox, Bill, if you want to know that.
Well, that's because we're the toughest network. I mean, and
no, if you want to know, I don't know why.
Well, because that's why our job is to be tough.
I get covered better.
You want power.
I get covered better.
All right, you want power.
I think I get covered better on CNN than I do on Fox.
But you want power, and it's our job to vet you in the best way we can. But look, you are too thin-skinned.
I don't mind bad things about me. If it's true, I can handle that. But when people say untrue things, I don't like it.
But you want to be president. Tweet about Putin. Tweet about ISIS. I mean,
I do that too.
It looks petty. It looks petty.
I do that too, Bill.
Don't you think it looks petty?
No, I mean, I do that too. I do a lot of different things.
But you know my
point. When people go after me, hey, look. Like Jeb Bush went after me. He's a very low-energy person. I said that. This is not what our country needs. I go after him. I didn't start it with Jeb Bush last night. I didn't start it with him. He comes out of nowhere.
You don't think you're too thin-skinned? You might have to overlook some of this stuff if you become president, you know?
I don't think I'm thin-skinned, no. I like to have the truth told about me. And you know what? If I do something wrong, I know when it's wrong. And if somebody goes after me, including you, I don't mind it at all. But when I didn't do something wrong and they make it up and they make things up, that I don't like, Bill.
Last question. Who on the stage last night do you believe is your main competition now?
Well, the new poll just came out, Washington Post and ABC, and it came out where I'm at 38, and second, I think, is at 14 or 15. That's Cruz. And third is Rubio, and fourth is, I don't know, it gets very low numbers after that. But But, you know, in one of the polls, I'm winning. I'm 41-14. I'm winning by 27 points. 27 points. Do you believe that, folks? 27. So, you know, I don't think, look, I just have to, you know, I wish we could have the election tomorrow. I wish we didn't have to wait a month. And I'm really happy because we're doing great. We're doing great in Iowa. The poll just came out, and we're doing great in Iowa, too. I hope I'm going to win Iowa.
Now, are you going to sit there and dodge my question? Are you really going to do that? Who is your main competition?
I can't say. You know, I don't think there's a lot of. I like a lot of the people. By the way, I like a lot of the people.
Okay, well, glad you like them. I'm sure they're really happy you like them,
but I don't want to say who it is. You know what? If I thought that I really had major competition, I wouldn't be telling you about it, Bill. I'm not like President Obama, where he tells everybody everything, including the enemy, and then the enemy knows exactly how to beat us. That's what happens. I'm not going to tell you.
Look, I probably won't talk to you again before Christmas. I want you and your family to have a good one. You know, no coal in the stocking this year, Donald. Come on now. I want you to be nice to everybody. I want you to send Jeb Bush a nice present.
Bill, you hear the expression? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And happy holiday. But Merry Christmas. We'll bring back the words Merry Christmas again, Bill. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for helping us out as always.